Find angles X and Y below. Now, in this circle geometry, for us to find the values of angles X and Y, we need to apply some tangent theorems. If you look, this line here is a tangent. An external line that is touching a circle is a tangent. And then we have this angle here. This chord is making this angle with the tangent, just as this chord is making this angle with the tangent. But before I continue, I would like to give a small illustration here. Let's say something like this now. This is a triangle. Now, this side of the triangle makes this angle that is facing it, or you call it the opposite angle. So this side makes this angle, just like this side has this angle, and in the same way, this side here has this angle. So a side and its opposite angle, a side has its opposite angle, or a side here has its opposite angle. So if you understand this, then it will be easier for you to understand this tangent theorem. Now, this is a chord. This is a chord. Now, if you check, this chord makes this angle 2x minus 43 with the tangent. This chord here makes this angle with this tangent. Now, in the same way, just like I explained here, this chord makes this angle, or has this angle y in this triangle. So with this understanding, we can definitely get the alternate angle theorem. That theorem that says that angle in alternate segments are equal. Angle in alternate segments are equal. So because of that now, we will say that this angle here is equal to this angle. So that is how to understand this theorem. Angle in alternate segments are equal. Just look at the chord making a particular angle with the tangent, and that same chord, the angle it makes inside the triangle that it forms at the circumference. The two angles are equal with the tangent and what it makes inside the triangle. So that is the alternate angle theorem. That angle in alternate segments are equal. So I can simply say 2x minus 43 is equal to angle y. That is, angle in alternate segments are equal. So this angle is equal to this. So if I'm to form or an equation here, I can simply say 2x. I bring this y to this side, becomes minus y, and is equal to, I bring this minus 43 to this side, becomes positive 43. And I can call this equation 1. Then now, we can look at this other side now. This is still a chord here, right? And it makes angle x with the tangent. So this chord makes angle x with this tangent. And in the same way, this chord has this opposite angle in the triangle. So in the same theorem, we will say that angle in alternate segments are equal, because the chord is making this angle x with the tangent, and the same chord has this angle y plus 17 inside the triangle that it makes. So we will now say angle in alternate segments are equal. So in that case, I can simply say x is equal to y plus 17. So if I decide to rearrange this equation, I'll have x, this positive y, if it comes to this side, it becomes minus y, and is equal to 17 is positive here, so I write it as 17. I can call this equation 2. So you agree with me that I can now solve equation 1 and equation 2 simultaneously. let me bring down equation 1 here. Let me call this 2x minus y is equal to 43. This is equation 1. So I want to solve the two of them simultaneously by using elimination method. Now, if you check these two, they have the same coefficient. So once they have the same coefficient, it means I can eliminate them. So because their signs are the same, I simply subtract. When their signs are the same, in order to eliminate them, provided they have the same coefficient, when their signs are the same, in order to eliminate them, you simply subtract. So this minus this will give us 0. Don't forget, minus y minus y will become minus y plus y, and that will be 0. So y has been eliminated. Then now, don't forget, I'm using equation 1 minus equation 2 because the values of equation 1 is greater than the values of equation 2. So I don't want a negative value. So I'm going to use this equation 1 minus equation 2. So this minus this, y has been eliminated. 2x minus x, I'll be left with 1x. And that will be equal to 43 minus 17. That will give me 26. So that means the value of x is equal to 26 degree. So we now have the value of x. So now let me continue on this side to find the value of y. I can simply take equation 2 to get the value of y. So from equation 2, x is 26. I'm writing equation 2 now. X, I'm taking, in place of this x, I'm writing 26 because I already know the value of x as 26. So 26 minus y. So I'm going to take this minus y to that side. This 17, I'm bringing it to this side. So it becomes minus 17. And is equal to, this minus y goes to that side, become plus y. So from there, I can conclude now and simply say y, or simply 26 minus 17 is 9. So 9 is equal to y, which also means that y is equal to 9. So I can conclude by saying, therefore, x is equal to 26 degree and y is equal to 9 degree. These are the values of x and y as the final answer. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, share, and join for more videos like this. Thank you for watching.